everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello, everyone. Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So, I'm kind of excited for this one. There's a lot going on here today. So, we've talked about wellness in all forms, shapes, different types of wellness. Today, I'm talking about wellness from a point of, I guess, emotional and mental wellness. For those of you, and again, let me start by saying, I am not a doctor. I am not a trained professional when it comes to mental health or any kind of health, really. I'm just speaking from personal experience and personal opinions. So if you or anyone you know is in need of any type of help to do with their wellness, I really encourage you to seek out a professional in whatever capacity is needed for your situation or for your friend or loved one situation. But personal experience, when it comes to things like anxiety, depression, I think pretty much everyone at some point in their life is going to experience some form of depression. And for some of us, it's an occasional occurrence. For others, unfortunately, it's a daily occurrence. I myself have had depression. When I was a lot younger, I would say I had depression quite a bit, especially growing up as a teenager. Teenage years, there's a lot going on. There's a lot you're going through, experiencing hormonally, all the things. And unfortunately, I grew up in the 80s and 90s where you didn't talk about those things. My household was very much, just ignore it. It'll go away. Just ignore it. You're fine. We never talked about things. And that's just the way it was. Not blaming anyone, not anything. I mean, at the time, I needed help. I didn't get it. And I was forced to navigate through all of that on my own, not always in the best way. But by living through that and experiencing it, now as an adult, I'm like, okay, I have my own child now, and thankfully she's not a teenager yet, but eventually she will be. And I'm hoping that I can help her through whatever she ends up going through as a teenager or whenever, based on my experience. And I'm hoping I can make it better for her. So this is kind of just about making things better. And like I said, as a teenager especially, I went through a lot of depression. Now I still have depression, but it's not debilitating for me for the most part. Thankfully, it's not an ongoing thing. I would say I get seasonal depression, like I think most people do. Especially winter here is so long. Once you've got through like 6, you're heading into the 7th month of winter, it tends to get a little depressed, right? But for me, one thing I've found that really helps is having something to look forward to. It could be anything. A trip. For example, I'm going to the Dominican in January for a girls' trip. So I have that to look forward to, right? So when I do have a bad day, I'm like, you know what? I just got to make it to January. I just got to make it to January. And then I've got a week in paradise and I have no responsibilities and nowhere to be and nothing to do if I don't want to. And sometimes just having that is just really important. Now, obviously, everyone's different. Maybe you just need something to look forward to every 6 months. Or maybe you're going to need something to look forward to every month or every week, right? Everyone's different. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be like, you know what? If I just stay on track this week, on Sunday, I'm going to go and buy myself a Starbucks. Or I'm going to go and buy myself an ice cream or a cupcake. Or I'm going to go and buy a new dress or whatever it can be. And I have something to look forward to. And this is part of what's in this bag. So I had my birthday. It was October 3rd. I am 44 now. Jeez. It's weird to say that. It's weird to say that because you look back, right, when you're in your 20s and your 30s and you don't really think about it. And then before you know it, you're 44 and you're like, how did that happen? Like, I'm almost at the peak of the hill where I'm going to be going down. You know what I mean? There's a lot to unpack there. But I had my birthday. It didn't go quite as planned. Like, I'm a planner. So typically on my actual birthday, especially when it falls on like a weekday where my husband's working and my daughter's in school, I like to go out just myself. And I like to just do whatever I want, whenever I want, for how long I want. And it usually involves shopping. So any gift cards I've gotten throughout the year as gifts or whatever, I usually just keep those aside until my birthday. And then I go shopping. And I can get what I want. And it's usually paid for because I have gift cards. And it's a very enjoyable day. My birthday is in fall, which is my favorite season. So I like to wear something cozy and comfy and grab a Starbucks and like go for a nice walk and hear the leaves crunching under my feet. And I just feel good. That's typically what I do on my birthday. However, this year, unfortunately, our daughter was sick. She had a really bad cough, wasn't feeling great. So I said, you know what, we're going to keep you home from school today. So unfortunately, that meant that my plans had to change a little bit, which, yeah, a little bit disappointing. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed. However, I also was glad and happy that I was in a position that I could just keep her home and stay home and take care of her. Because birthday aside, whatever me aside, she comes first, no matter what. No matter what day it is, no matter what, she's at the top of my priority list. So I was thankful that I could do that. So, we didn't do a whole ton on my birthday. I don't even remember what actually we did. We did go and get a cupcake. And I think we did order in supper, did we? I can't remember. I think we did. We ordered in supper. But I told my husband, I said, you know what? Because every year he asks me, every year, what do you want? What do you want? And yes, I'm a material girl through and through. I love material things. I love things. I've always been that way. I'm a Libra. I love things. I love beautiful things. But I'm also trying to change my mindset on things and kind of have more experiences. So Good Mythical Morning, YouTubers, Red and Link. I've talked about them a lot. I've shown you things I've gotten. Every year for the last, I don't even know how many years. They have, you guys are tilted here, hang on. They create, because they create so many things, it's called Good Mythical Evening. And it is a ticketed event online where they do a like X-rated adult show. Now I say X-rated, it's not like, don't start turning your head here. Like there's no nakedness involved. Like you're not seeing anything, but it is X-rated in the sense that they do drink, they do typically get drunk, they do typically act stupid, they do say things, like there's a lot of swearing. That's what they mean by X-rated. It's very adult, like not for little ears, right? The first one I saw was, oh my gosh, I was going to say 2 years ago, but I think it was 3 years ago. And I remember watching it. You guys, I have not laughed so much in my entire life. Yeah, it was 3 years ago. It was hilarious and I loved it. And I felt so good because I was laughing so much. It was a great experience. And then the year after, because the first year was so good, I'm like, yes, I'm like, no hesitation, I'm buying a ticket. And I bought a ticket, and you guys, they had issues. They had technical issues, like to the point where they couldn't do the show. Could not do the show. And they had to cancel it literally when it was supposed to be happening and reschedule it. That was a disappointment, because when they rescheduled it and then I actually watched it, I think Rhett and Link were so upset about it not working the way it was supposed to that they did the show, but it just was not that good. I'll be honest, it was not that good. To the point where I was like, do I want to pay for this next year? Because this one sucked. But I did. The third year, that was last year, I'm like, I'm going to pay for it. We're going to see. It was good. Definitely better than the year they had technical issues. In my opinion, still not as good as that first year. That first year was off the hook. But now they're doing it again. Good Mythical Evening. And now I'm like, again, I have to get the tickets, because I'm hoping that this is going to be like the first year where it's just really, really good. So I told my husband, I said, you know what? I want to see Good Mythical Evening. That would be a fantastic birthday present. So there's different packages you can buy, because typically they do the Good Mythical Evening show. They do also offer a pre-show and an after show. You can also get a t-shirt, and you can also get what's called on demand, where instead of watching it live, you can get a link to it like after it's been live, where you can literally watch it any day, anytime, whenever you want, as many times as you want. So they have different packages. I went with the basically full package. So it's the pre-show, it's the show, it's the after show, and it's the t-shirt. So let's open this and have a look at what the shirt looks like this year. They change the design every year. I was really mad because the first year, which I loved, the shirt, because I was much bigger then, I got it, I think, in like a 2X or a 3X, and it doesn't fit anymore, you guys. I was so disappointed because I'm like, oh, it doesn't fit. I have to get rid of it. Ooh, are you kidding me? Now, typically they do the Good Mythical Evening show in October. So technically it could be like a Halloween show. This year it is on, it's going to tell me on the shirt, I think it's October 26th, 26th maybe. I'll show you on the shirt. So it's very close to Halloween. So this year they're basically saying it's like a Good Mythical Evening Halloween show, which is even more exciting because I love all things Halloween. Like, I am wearing Oogie Boogie today. It's October. Every day in October I wear a different spooky shirt or pants or something. So let's look at the shirt. Now I have you really close, so I might have to back you up. Hang on. Let me back you up. Okay. Okay. Hang on. 1 second. Let's just do that. Okay. Sorry, you guys, you're seeing a mess. I'm in my bedroom. I'm in my bedroom. Okay. Ready? Oh, you guys. You guys. There it is. Good Mythical Eve. Does it not have the date on it, you guys? Okay, so that's disappointing. Typically their shirt has the date on it. It doesn't have the Rhett and Link. Now, I think I know why it doesn't have the date on it, but I could be wrong. They had the date on it in the very first show. The second show, they had the date on it, but that's the year of the technical difficulty. So people were mad because they had ordered the shirts that had the original date, but not the date of the actual show because of the technical difficulty. I bet you that's why they stopped putting the date on the shirts, just in case they run into that situation again, which makes sense. But I like a shirt that has the date on it. You know what I mean? That's fine. But it's still a cool shirt. So it says Good Mythical Evening, sexy, scary, stupid. So that's their theme. That's literally what it is. So we've got here, we've got Rhett as a werewolf. We have Link as a vampire. We have, I'm going to say, I don't even know if these are supposed to be crew members or not, but I'm going to say that this, if anything, this is probably Stevie. This looks like Emily, but I don't know. I'm going to say this is probably maybe Josh and this is maybe Chase. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe they're nobody. But this is it. It's pretty cool. I did end up getting an extra large. These are 100% cotton, so usually 100% cotton does shrink. So I got an extra large. It looks like it's going to fit. Yay, I'm so excited. I feel like I probably could have went with a large, but like I said, my hips are a little bit big still, and they do typically shrink a little. So this is what I'm looking forward to. Did my actual birthday go as planned? No, it did not. But I have something to look forward to. Good Mythical Evening. I am so excited. Like it doesn't have the date on the shirt. I think it's October 25th or 26th, I think. I can't remember. Whatever the Friday is. Anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm excited about. It's going to be great. So my husband and I are planning on watching it here at home. We're going to order pizza and we're just going to have pizza and drink alcohol. We are going to create a drinking game. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but anytime someone on the show says or does something, we're going to take a drink. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. So, Wellness Wednesday. If you are someone that struggles with depression or anxiety or, anything where you just feel like you're stuck, my tip is to have something to look forward to, right? And that could be anything. Right now, for me, it's Good Mythical Evening at the end of October. So when I'm having a bad day or I feel useless or hopeless or what's the point of it all? At least you have that one thing like, well, on this day, this is going to happen, right? It gives you something to strive to get to, if that makes any sense. I mean, obviously in the world right now, so many people are struggling with mental health issues and depression. And I really think with COVID, it really, unfortunately, put a lot of people in a bad headspace. And I think some people are still stuck there. I don't know where you guys live, but I know where I live, we've had more than I want to admit of people trying to take their own life by jumping off bridges and things like that. A lot of calls about that, which is just heartbreaking. Heartbreaking that they feel so hopeless and helpless, and they feel like that's their only option. Now, is planning and having something to look forward to going to stop all of that? Probably not. It might help some people though, right? I don't know. I know for me, it's just really something positive to focus on if I'm having a bad day. It's like, oh, wait a second. On this day, I've got this happening. Or we're going to go on vacation on this month, or, whatever. So that's my advice. Like I said, strictly personal opinion, advice, experience, not a doctor. I'm not trying to give you medical advice at all. Some people, depending on, your mental state, some people need more professional help, whether it's counseling or medication or whatever. I am not a doctor. But I do encourage you, if you are struggling with anything, please find somebody to talk to. Reach out. Hopefully, the person you reach out to listens and actually tries to help you. But I know for me, Good Mythical Evening, I'm so looking forward to it. And it definitely puts a smile on my face. And I get excited thinking about having that one evening of just laughter and fun. So that is it for today's Wellness Wednesday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, an amazing October. It's my favorite season. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.